Hi, everybody. Welcome to Live Sessions. I'm here with Caleb, and we are going to have so much fun. I'm so excited to have him on our show. He has a ton of fun stuff coming out today, and we wanted to be able to share it with everybody. So, Caleb, tell us just like a little bit about you and like your how you got into music.
Yeah. Young boy raised in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I was homeschooled most of my life, which is a shocker to people. They like look at me, they're like, but when they like get to know me, they see certain personality traits that they're like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Um, so I grew up in 50 minutes outside of Pittsburgh, in like a really small town. I ended
Okay.
up going to public school. That was cool. I loved it. There's more females there than just my mother. So I was really geeked about that at 16. Yeah, my dad owned a studio. And so I was always around music. And I just remember him like playing this like this song and I had this guitar loop. And I was like, yo, what was that? I was like,
Yeah.
Dad, that was really dope. I was like, I need a guitar, like ASAP. So
Yeah.
my parents bought me a little $200 Ibanez for Christmas, and I went in like I was sold. I went in like 4 hours a day just practicing, and then
Wow.
eventually from that songwriting started forming. I got on the praise and worship team, started leading worship at my church for my youth group, and it just kind of went from there.
Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, do you think that your dad kind of has an influence in your music now?
Oh, huge influence. My dad is a great pianist and a great singer, and like I would literally just one of my favorite memories is just watching him play piano for like
Yeah.
an hour or two. Like I was just so enthralled. And it's crazy because I was like growing up, I was like, yo, piano sucks. Like that's not
Yeah.
guitar is cool.
Yeah.
Um, and then at like age 20, I was like, yo, I really want to learn how to play piano. And I learned how to play piano, and I'm like, piano is so dope, especially as a producer. Like piano is the move. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, he's a huge influence in my life. Um,
Yeah.
music. He used to like tour and stuff, so it's really
Wow.
inspired me to do it, and he's always encouraged me. So
You,
yeah,
from what I hear, you do come from a musical background.
hmm
You have siblings that are also in music, is that right?
yeah. My brother Isaiah is a super dope artist. It's crazy because he started out as a worship artist, and he's in the process. I think he's really in the process of like finding what like he wants his sound to be, but he's starting to do like rap and hip hop, and
Yeah.
it's super dope. Like he like has like the same story as me. Like we both started in worship, and then we're like, yo, this R&B thing is kind of
Yeah.
hot. Like it's kind of
Yeah.
dope. Yeah, my brother Sean plays drums. My brother Josiah, like I played this Justin Bieber song for him that he sang for his girlfriend at the time at a talent show. That's about it. Um, and my sister
That's
can play
awesome.
piano. Yeah, and my dad is like really the driving force. And
Yeah.
I had a bunch of aunts that sang too. Um, but my mother is such a sweet lady. She used to sing to us all the time, but she'll even
Um,
she's like, I don't know how to sing.
yeah.
So, pop.
Yeah. So which instrument do you enjoy like more writing with when it comes to writing music for you?
That is a hard question. I
Yeah.
think I think it honestly just depends on what kind of song
Mm.
I'm doing. Like my song Down in Oceans, like obviously like I gravitated towards guitar. I mean it's
Yeah.
guitar is the main driving force of that song. But my song K that's out, like the main driving force was piano. It's like whatever fits the vibe and whatever like at the time um really drives like what I want. But lately I find myself gravitating towards the guitar a lot more. Um I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I think actually right now I'm like like to more piano led stuff because I'm
Yeah.
getting kind of bored of like writing on guitar.
Yeah. Well, what's your process then? Like when you go into writing a song, what's that process like? Like, do you have to be knuckled down? Do you have to be in the moment? Like, can it be any time? Like, what's your process?
Yeah, I mean, it's really random. Like, I wrote the hook for Down in Oceans at my job that I work at my
Mm,
desk. Like, and I like voice memoed it. And then I like went back home, had to record it in my room, like recorded underneath a blanket, like recorded a rough demo. But yeah, I mean, a lot of it stems actually at work. I've written a lot of hooks when I'm just like working and like my brain is just kind of like, not thinking a whole lot. But when I go into a session, like I really have to like get into a zone.
yeah,
You know, there's been a couple of moments with my homies that like there was one session in particular that we were all just like locked in and like it's still to this day we're like that's what one of the greatest songs we've ever come up with. Like
wow.
so
What is your what is the song that you would say is like your favorite of what you've written, or one that means the most, or one that has a special meaning to it?
yeah, everybody already knows Down in Oceans is like the song. Like it's my favorite song. Me personally, I'd probably listen to that song like 1,000 times, man. Like
Mm,
I love it. Because it embodies exactly what I was feeling. Like it's a song of
yeah,
exactly what was going on in my head and my heart at the time.
yeah,
And I love the way it feels. Like honestly, I think it's such a bop. And
yeah,
like the production on it, like my friend Chris and my friend Sejo just like killed it.
yeah.
So yeah, it
I have to
was
agree. That song is definitely like a really great. You can listen to it over and over and not get tired of it.
yeah, it's got mad replay
Yeah.
appeal.
Yeah, for sure. Which is
So
a good thing,
yeah,
like
it
that's kind of hard these days when people can't
is.
you can't listen to a song more than once, or like it just hits you in your feels and you're like, I can't do it again. Like I love it when I can just put a song on. I'm like, this is my jam for the day.
Right. Right. I love that. And I hope my songs can be that for you and for everybody else.
Yeah.
I really like to write commercial sounding songs like catchy hooks but with
Mhm.
very deep lyrics. So
Yeah.
that's always
So
the goal for me.
that's always something that I appreciate, because I also write music and I'm very heavy on lyrics. And so when I
Mm,
listen to other people's music, the lyrics is the first thing that I listen to.
mm.
And so I feel like that's like the most important part of it, because it's what is telling your story.
So what is your
Um,
process for writing?
yeah. Yeah, yeah. And so
Like I'm gonna start doing-
oh, I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
so what is your process for writing?
What is mine? This is about you. Mine is, I mean, if you really want to know, mine is I have to be in the moment, and like really focused on it. And like once
We're,
I
we're,
feel it, I have to write it down.
we're very similar. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
If
fire.
I don't, I'll lose it.
Oh yeah, I'll forget. I have the worst memory ever.
Me
Like
too.
I have so many voice memos in my phone that it's
Yeah, me too. Yeah. I mean, there's like hundreds, and I'm just like, what's this one again?
fair for sure.
So, I wanted to talk about your new EP, since and how it has evolved from the first one, and what your process was, or not so much process, but like what your thought was going into this one from the first one.
Mm. Um, yeah, like I had I had a couple songs written already, and it's crazy because a lot of my like EP ideas, I don't really start out with like I want to write an EP like this. Like
Mhm.
it happens very organically. Like Girls, I just wrote a bunch of songs and noticed the theme.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, like all these songs have the type like girls in it.
Yeah.
I was like, I should just like make an EP called Girls. Like, yeah. And this one, I had like two songs written, I think, and then I like started like, I mean, it's always the Lord. The Lord always puts a vision in my mind, but it's usually after I have a little bit something going, and I'm like, okay, like I feel like this is what I want to talk about now that I have like a clearer picture. Like I
Yeah.
have a couple pieces of the puzzle. I'm like, okay, this is what it really this is
Yeah.
what it really is. Um, so yeah, I mean, I think I had already had I've had the interlude that's on there um written for like 3 4 years. Like I've had that song, and I was like, I always wanted like it's a very intimate song, so I was like I always wanted something like a dope project to put that on. Um and so I ended up just like formulating this like idea of like writing a dedication piece to the person that song was about.
Mm,
So, I just made the whole EP about her because um yeah, like
that's
it's
so cool.
that part of my life is that important that I felt like it was like a move for
Yeah.
me to dedicate something to that. So
Yeah.
mm,
And this new EP, I it was about a child. You dedicated it to a child, right? That was in
mhm.
your life?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Um, so I fell in love like hard with this girl when I was like 18. And I've never been in love like that since. It's crazy. We both like didn't want to spend a single second without each other.
Mm,
It was wild. And then like I met her daughter when she was like 1 years old, and I was like 18 at the time, and like rationally thinking an 18-year-old should have been like, raising a 1-year-old at 18. I
yeah.
don't know about that, but like I was in love. I was just so in love, and I fell in love with her daughter just as much as I fell in love with her, and
Mm,
took on that role of being that father figure in her life. And it was like the whole 9 yards. Like I was like picking her up from school, like bath time. You
yeah.
know, I taught her how to ride her bike. It was pretty heavy. It was pretty deep, and like it really, really crushed me whenever I like walked away from that.
Yeah.
It just wasn't working out between me and her mom, and we decided that it was time to walk away. And we didn't talk for like 3 or 4 years, and then we ended up talking this year, and I actually wrote like two of the songs, or maybe one of the songs. I'm very bad with like timelines. I wrote one of the songs like after that moment.
Mm,
Two of the songs, yeah, I wrote two of the songs after that moment. Because it was just crazy. It was so surreal. Like I was like,
yeah.
wow, I really hadn't seen them for like 3 4 years, and like seeing them, like it literally felt like I like sank back down into a groove and was like, yo, wow,
Yeah.
I loved being a dad. I loved having a family.
Yeah.
Um, and so I really have found so much healing and peace from writing this project and from putting it out. That's why
Wow.
it's so like this is so much more important to me than girls. Yes, I mean girls, I obviously love it. I love every
Yeah.
piece of work that I put out, but
Yeah.
this one is like it's just important to me as a person, let alone as a musician.
Yeah. I just to kind of share with you, I adopted a kid when I was 18 too.
Dang.
And uh um I think it's something that not everybody can do.
Mhm.
And I agree with you that like not every 18-year-old can look at it rationally and be like, most 18-year-olds are like, I'm out of school, like I'm an adult.
Right.
But bravo to you for taking on that role, especially, I know from experience it's not easy and it's hard, and it's I just want to commend you for doing that. That's all
Yeah, I mean
I
it was
wanted to
worth
say.
thank thank you. It was worth it. I had so much love for them, and I still do. Like
Yeah.
I will always love those two people for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
Even if we don't talk, I still will have love in my heart for them. So
Yeah. That's what made you want to dedicate it to her. Is it that it was just that important to you to
I'm
like have her be a part of it?
yeah, I just thought it was kind of almost like a like my true like goodbye.
Mm.
You know, like my like, okay, I have really like laid this to rest and accepted it. Like my last song, Are You Okay, says, Are you okay if it all falls down? Are you okay if it all goes south? Will you delay if they're not around? Are you okay? Are you okay? And it just talks about like how I was like when I met up with them again, I was like, yo, like I remember why I loved being with them so much. Like I loved having family and like but it wasn't the same for me, you
Yeah.
know? Like it wasn't the same as sad as that is. It wasn't. And so like the Lord was like, you have to be okay with you have to move on from this. You know, like you have to heal from this. And yeah, like it was just, you know, I mean, they're the two most important people like in my life. Like
Yeah.
they were like they just have a huge impact on my life. And yeah, I just wanted to dedicate that to her. And
That's so cool. That's
yeah,
really awesome.
even if she never hears it, even if she hates it, or doesn't like it,
I mean, if she hates it, I
I
would
don't
be
think
surprised because not a lot of people would do that.
I
And
mean, she's
you have
11
really
years
great
old.
music. So I
She's
feel
11.
like
Yeah, she's 11 years old. What, you know, 11-year old just like that's cool. You
yeah.
know, I have a niece that's 11. She's exactly like that. I mean, but she
Wait
loves my
till she gets older.
yeah, but you know, I have a lot of respect and love in my heart for
Yeah.
her mom. You know, it's tough, like having a
Yeah.
baby at 16, 17, and at 16 and like raising her. And so like mad props to her. And you
Yeah.
know, I wish the best on them and like have nothing but love in my heart for them. So
Wow. Well, you have quite the story.
yeah, it's crazy. I've never ever really talked about it that in depth with someone till now. Like
I
it's
feel
kind
so honored.
of
Thank you.
yeah, I mean, it's a humongous part of my life that I kind of just locked away and never told anybody about.
Yeah.
Um, you
I
know,
know that feeling. Me too.
out of respect for them as well, but you know, I mean, her mom and I are on good terms and
Yeah.
we talked. So I think it's an important thing to talk about, like that me as a human being could like go through that much love and then that
Yeah.
much heartbreak and come out on the other side, you know, and like that's the power of Jesus. That's the power of you know his healing touch. Because if it weren't for God, I would have, yeah, I wouldn't be here. So
So you talk about that, and I commend you for like being able to be so open with that because most people are very like reserved when it comes to having a real like being a part of believing in God or whatever because they don't want to offend people or whatever it is, you know.
yeah,
And is it something that you feel kind of contributes to your music a little bit and is able to like kind of guide you a little?
100%. Like all glory goes to God. Like it's not like I don't like I can't do any of what I do without the Lord. You know, it's not me. Like I literally when I tried to do things on my own, like I couldn't write. Like
Mm,
no melodies would come to me. I'd get frustrated. And then I just like prayed to the Lord. I was like, Lord, like give me the songs, give me what you want me to write. And, you know, um, it all came from that. So I'm not I'm not afraid to offend anyone. Um, to be honest, because I just know like the power of the Lord in my life, and I know what it feels like to not walk with Him. And
mm.
like I'm not doing that again. Like I'm
Yeah.
just not. So you know, like all love to everyone. Like
Yeah.
if people don't believe in God, I mean, like it doesn't change my view about you. Like yeah, I just want people to you know engage with the music, and I want to give them
Yeah.
something super dope and beautiful. So.
What is the most important thing you'd want people to take away from your new EP?
Again, like I said, like just that no matter how hard it gets, no
Mm,
matter the like situation you've been through, no matter how broken your heart has felt at times, like there is healing. You know,
mm,
there is goodness. Like life is still beautiful, you
yeah.
know, and definitely worth living. Um, I don't know. I love talking about like mental health and like my struggles. You know, I feel like we don't talk about it a lot, especially as
Yeah.
men. But I kind of wanted to like be a part of just breaking that stigma because I'm a sensitive person. It's
Hmm.
something I really like hated about myself. I was like, bro, why are you so sensitive? Like, why are you about to like cry right now? But it's just
Well,
how the
but that's society though. Like
yeah.
that's kind of a societal thing where, men are supposed to be big and strong and take care of the house and, whatever.
Now
And
trust me, I'm gonna take care of my house. For sure. Like I will provide for my family, but like I don't know, I feel things on an
yeah.
emotional level and I used to be ashamed of that and now I'm like really proud of that. I'm like,
Mm,
that's how the Lord made me. You know, this
yeah.
is who I am. And when I moved to Tennessee, I really just like learned to embrace that part of myself and it's been really great.
Was it hard to move to Tennessee?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Like I
Did you
love
feel you had to like rise up to the occasion, or was it intimidating?
um the hardest part was just like leaving my family and like not having like super close friends here.
Mm,
I like I do struggle with confidence, but I've always known deep down that the Lord has blessed me with talents.
mm,
It's at a certain level to be an artist, you have to know your worth.
yeah,
Like you
agreed.
have to believe in yourself. It's not, like I used to be like, oh, it's cocky to be like that. No, like I give glory to the Lord. I know that the things that He has blessed me with, I know the purpose that He has on my life, the calling He has on my life, and I have to speak that into existence and speak good things over me. So yeah, at first it was a little, I mean, I will say it was a little challenging. I mean, like people are really good here. Like
Hmm.
they moved to Tennessee to do this.
Yeah,
Um, and people are cool, but it was also really dope to like, oh, I can paint my nails and dye my hair and like wear earrings and like not be chastised by
yeah,
everyone.
yeah,
Because where I grew up, like, oh, man, like people do not do that. You don't
yeah.
do that in Beaver County, Pennsylvania.
You
Um,
should come to Seattle. You'd fit right in.
yeah, bro, I was just telling somebody, I feel like Seattle would be a vibe. Like, but they're
It
like,
totally is a vibe. I'm telling you.
they say it's very overcast, but like that's where I feel the most peace is like when it's overcast. I don't know
Yeah.
why,
Oh
but
yeah. It's if you like it, it's that way like 10 months a year. So you're good.
nice. Well, yeah, I'll
You
have to
should
visit.
come visit and see how you like it.
Yeah, for sure. I got a lot of
We
I got a lot
accept everybody.
of hey, well, I'm glad. I'm glad.
So I let's talk about this EP a little bit more. What's like what was your thinking in how you were going to choose the songs that went on it? And was it just kind of like did you have a whole bunch or was it just certain ones that you had made specifically for that album?
Um, I had a bunch of songs floating around. Like I had a bunch of song ideas. There was only one song, two songs. There's two songs that didn't make it. Actually, no, one song. So I was going to put like a beginning track called R, and it was just gonna say a dedication in like a deep voice. It would be like a dedication.
Yeah.
Um, uh, I also had a remix of "Over My Dead Body" by Drake that talks about like leaving that relationship. But like real talk, I ripped the beat off of MP3, like MP3 YouTube, so I couldn't use it.
Yeah.
So I was like six just doesn't like look good to me. Like seven, that's a good number. That's
Yeah.
a heavy number. But six, I was like, I'm not vibing with that. And so I was like, oh, like if I have two songs, then an interlude and two songs, like that looks very neat to me.
Yeah.
So I decided to cut those two ideas. Uh, yeah, like these songs that are on it, like were pretty specific to this project. There wasn't there wasn't like any like songs that I were like, oh, didn't make the cut. Like it was just like um yeah, I had a pretty specific, like once I got the vision, I had a pretty specific idea of what I wanted it to sound like and what I wanted it to talk about. And even like format, like the song selection, like
Mm-hmm.
how it went, I was like, yeah, that's how it's gonna be. Like the Lord
Yeah.
was like, it's gonna be like this. I was like, word, bet. All right. Be like that. So
I love that it's only one word. Like word, yes. Okay.
like word, you wanna give me a word? Fire. Let's do it.
Fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw that like K looked like your first release. Is that right? That was the
It was,
first.
oh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. I think there's a little bit of an overlay. So K looked like your first release. Is that correct in 2018?
That is my first single. My first ever released is Iced Out with my boy Valiant.
Okay.
And I released a song called Bled Out All My Love with him. And then it was K. K was my
Okay.
first like thing I did by myself.
Yeah.
And I didn't even release it under Caleb LaDuke. I released it under my old artist name Mood. And so anyone who knows like me as Mood, like those are the OGs.
Why did you change it to your name?
What's more authentic than me?
Yeah.
What's
Right.
more being me than me?
Yeah.
I felt like having the name Mood, like it was hard for people to find my artist name because Mood is more of like a genre now, or like,
Oh, right.
and then also like I felt like Mood was like a very like rapper name, and I was like, I don't think I want to do just rap.
Yeah.
Like, so I think Caleb LaDuke is very versatile, and also
Yeah.
like it's my government issued name, and I think it sounds pretty dope.
I mean, it sounds good to me. I don't know anybody with that name, so
Very
it
French.
fits. So do you think that you'll kind of continue with a theme into like your next projects or your next albums with kind of going into the way it's going with these two? Or do you have a next project in mind? Are you working on anything
Yeah,
new?
I have this. Oh man, I have this fire rap pop track. It's a single. I'm dropping it in November, and it's like, I was like, I just want to super commercial, super
Yeah.
dope. I just want to bar out,
Yeah.
and I want to sing a dope hook. And my homies Chris and Sejo, like, just murdered this track. Like I was like, yo, I was like, what? And that's one of the songs like we like got into the zone. Like we're like, all right, let's get in our bag and make something happen with this song. So
Yeah.
that's exciting. I have like a project for like 2 years from now. I have that like planned out in my head. And some people know about that, and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fire. But that's all I'll say about that one.
Okay.
But for next year, I don't know. Who knows? Like I might just drop singles every month. And then knowing me, like I'll probably like pull out an EP. Like I changed my mind a lot.
So we have stuff to look forward to for sure.
Most definitely.
For sure.
Yeah.
Why don't you play something a little bit for us, since I know you're on a time crunch, so for good reason, but why don't you pull something out for us?
All right. I can play a little acoustic if that's okay.
Yeah, for sure.
I can just play my favorite, Down in Oceans.
Yeah, do it.
All right, fire. I thought we'd be together again, but I've got too many friends, discussions, too many trends. Oh. I've chased your love and now and again I feel the bumps on my skin from where your presence presents itself to me and myself. Kind of been needing help, kind of come back from it. I gotta say that nobody else could ever love me that well. Oh well, I I guess I'd say that goes down in oceans when you're down. It goes down in oceans when you don't make a sound. So I'm kinda hoping that you'll make it loud. 'Cause when you're not around in the oceans, it goes down. I thought you come and clean up my head because my thoughts are a mess. I guess depression is best for me. Yeah. I've given you about all I've got left, but now I have emptiness taking the place of my rest and peace. But oh, I know you got it like that, and you can keep me on track. So don't play with me, I need you to breathe the words of life. Oh, I gotta get it right back. You didn't have to go and do me like that. Oh, well, I guess I'd say that it goes down in oceans when you're not around. Down in oceans when you don't make a sound. So I'm kinda hoping that you'll make it loud. 'Cause when you're not around in the oceans, it goes down. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, come on, come on, come on, and just love me. Come on, come on, come on, and just love. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, come on, come on, come on, come on. Yeah, come on, come on, come on, and just love me. Come on, come on, come on, and just love me. Oh, that oceans when you're not around. It goes down in oceans when you don't make a sound. So I'm kinda hoping that you'll make it loud. 'Cause when you're not around in the oceans, it goes down.
Yay!
I
love it. So good. So good. It's even better like live. I almost like it stripped down more actually.
Definitely gonna be doing an acoustic version of it.
Yeah, it's way I don't know. I think I like it better stripped down.
Thanks.
Yeah. I don't know. There's something about your voice. Like it's just very like inviting and like cool, and you just want to like sit next to the breeze or something, like next to the beach. Like the I feel like I need a mai tai in my hand.
I love that. Yeah, I mean, shoot, next time we do one of these, grab you a mai tai and I'll just play out a set and you can enjoy it.
Dude, I am all over it. Well, if you want, you can share another one and then we could talk a little bit more. I mean, I just love listening to you sing. So
yeah, one that I really just love to do is my song K, because that's my baby.
Yeah,
like, that was like my child. So I can sing that one for you if you like.
Yeah, please.
Let's do it. Fine, hit me with that shoulder, I'm alright. Cool enough to freeze it and the knife. No, I'm always running when you fight. 'Cause you the sun and I feel on midnight. How do we get this far? I need a map, I'm lost. Just need to mark the spot. What goodness and love left off. Oh, I've been looking for some things. Looking for some type of things to come and heal a fool. 3 bubble popping about 17 time. Trouble, I'm in trouble. She gon' need me up alive. Way she talking, man, there's about to be a fight. I'ma dip about a year before I die. So I hit her with the K, babe. Said I'll see you later. I ain't got the things or the time to entertain ya. Hit her with the K, babe. Calling me a hater. I don't wanna deal, girl, don't even wanna chase. Hit her with the K. Hit her with the K. Stop. Look Look at me, I'm mental, about to pop. All up in my feelings, about to drop. Ain't got the time, Lordy on mind, feeling the waste, feeling so blind. I'm giving you hell when I should be giving you life. Look at me lost in the fight. Argue enough to show you no love. I should be looking to God instead of my feelings are coming. Look at me all in the ice. And my shoulder too cold for you to come and cry on. And I'm so full of hate. I'm so full of rage. Past life got me caged. I can't give you my heart this way. Hit up with the K, babe. Said I'll see you later. I ain't got the things or the time to entertain you. Hit up with the K, babe. Calling me a hater. I don't wanna deal, girl. Don't even wanna taste. Hit up with the K. Hey, hey. Hit up with the K. Stop.
Yeah. That's great, man. You do so good acoustic. Like it's just awesome.
That's what I started out on, you know.
Yeah, I love it. I
Honestly,
love
that's
your
my
falsetto too, dude. That's my thing. Like if guys can do falsetto and like make it happen, I'm all over it.
I'm the dude. I'm the dude for you to listen to. Then
I haven't gone through your entire catalog just yet, so I definitely have a lot more to listen to. But that's the thing. Like I'm like all over it.
What's your favorite song that you've listened to of mine so far?
I mean, to be perfectly honest, it was Down in Oceans.
Yeah.
That was the first one I had pulled up, and I was sitting at lunch with a friend, and we were listening to that one, and I think it was
Girls.
Yes, that one. Yes. And I was like, dang, this guy's got some like grooves, right? And like we're both just sitting there just like going through, like I think we went through like 5 of them. And yeah, Down Oceans was my favorite for sure. Yeah. I was kind of excited you played that because I was like gonna ask you.
Yeah, no, it's my go-to, man. Down in Oceans is my bread and butter.
For sure. Well, I heard a funny little thing that you like to sew. Is that true?
Oh snap! Yeah, I do. Yeah, actually, my sewing machine is right over there.
Like, where did that come from?
I wanted to. It was whenever I was in a time period where I didn't know what I was doing in music, and I was really just like doing music to serve myself. And the Lord was like, "You need to take a break and step away." And He really was like, "If I told you to step away from music, would you do it for me?" And I was like, "Man, God," I'm like, "Yo, that is."
Yeah.
Would you really?
Right.
Why? So I was like, all right. I took 3 months off, and I was like, I've always wanted to make clothes. This is my brand. This is actually something that I have embroidered myself.
Wow.
Got this nice little piece on the back. So,
That's awesome.
yeah.
Do you sell that stuff too?
What?
Do you sell like all of your own embroidered stuff?
Not yet. I have a bunch of
Oh.
people that are like, bro, what are you doing? I'm like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why are you sitting on it? You're doing it.
I know. I have the Instagram page set up. I just need to start taking some pics and sending it. So yeah.
Well, I encourage you to do that. I'll be your first customer if you want.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Just let me know.
I will let you know. I'll have my people call your people.
Yeah. We'll do lunch. Where did Jane it says Jane, right?
Yeah, it does.
Jane?
Yeah. So it stems from the phrase plain Jane.
Oh.
It actually comes from like I love fashion. I love putting a fit together, but I started to make it more so my identity than making the Lord my identity. And the Lord was like if I asked you to rock like just one outfit for like a month. Like, would you be comfortable with that? And so like I came up with this idea, um, like of wearing just like one outfit for a whole month to like it's like a social experiment to
Mm-hmm.
see like how that would change like my perspective and my outlook. And yeah, if I like didn't have to worry about what I was wearing, I could just like
Mm-hmm.
go like be myself. Like I didn't have to be anybody but myself. So like I was like, yeah, my clothing line will be plain Jane. And I'm like, that's a little much. I was like, let me just shorten it to Jane. And
Yeah.
it just talks about encouraging people to just be themselves. Like I
I
had a
love
really
it.
hard time accepting me for who I was. And, you know, the more that I grew into that and the more that this idea came to fruition and
Yeah.
yeah, like Jane is just an encouragement to, be yourself, like bare bones,
Yeah.
So
Wow. That's really cool. I really love your attitude towards life and your just willingness to just be authentic
mhm,
and be true. And I think that's the missing in a lot of people, especially in the music business.
mhm,
And it's really cool that you're able to just kind of, bear your heart almost on your
mhm.
sleeve, and give people just kind of like the real true self. And that's really awesome. And to be able to encourage other people to do that, because it's something I think everybody needs for sure.
Yeah, we're all just human beings. We're all in this life together.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect. Uh, no matter the amount of like
Wait a minute. I'm totally perfect. What are you talking
you're
about?
perfect. All right, well, okay, nobody's perfect but you. Like no matter the amount of like attention or fame or like anything anyone gets, like we're all still human beings. We all
Yeah.
still go through pain. Like,
Hmm.
and so my goal in life is to just, I want to be in an industry that encourages not being yourself, and I want to be that person that just breaks that.
Yeah.
Being like, just being like, life is life, and we're all just people trying to get through the day. And if like my music can help somebody get through their day, that means everything to me. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, friend, I have thoroughly enjoyed having you on. I think that you're amazing,
oh,
and you can come on and come back anytime, please.
thank you so much.
Do you have anything else you want to add or say or tell everybody?
Yeah, I always just end with thanking everyone who listens to my music, thanking you for this opportunity. I'm blessed and honored by every opportunity that I am given. I don't take it lightly. Every platform is an opportunity for me to speak positivity and
Mm,
speak blessings. And thank you everyone who listens to my music. As an independent artist, I can't say it enough. That means the most.
yeah.
Like right now, it's just like it means the most that people would take the time out of the day, just to listen to this because a lot of hard work goes into this, into like 3 minutes. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, just thank you to you and everyone who supports me, and I'm very blessed by that.
Mm. Well, thank you so much for coming on and being willing to come on. And
Oh,
I loved having you and having such an awesome conversation. And
yeah,
I hope you come back because I would
yeah,
love to share your music more. And when we have a
uh,
little bit more time, you
yeah.
guys, he is dropping his EP today. So just right after this. So please check it out. Go on Instagram, Spotify, everything. He's gonna probably be doing it himself, I would imagine. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So be sure to check him out. I mean, as you heard, he's just got a vibe and I love it. So I hope you all support him and we'll for sure have him back, I promise.
thank you,
Now he
everyone.
has to come back.
I will. This was very therapeutic for me, and honestly, a vibe. So very blessed by it.
Awesome.
Thank you for that.
Anything for you, my friend. You're part of our family now.
I love that. Thank you. Thank you.
So I hope everybody has a good night. Thank you for joining us if you did. And we appreciate you for all you replayers. Please let us know what you thought, and please check him out. So have a good night, everybody.
Peace.